these music industries are really like, they're scumbags, right? They do a lot of weird stuff behind like the backs of people. They assign people to deals that kind of screw them over in the long run, with artists at least. And then obviously fake generated views.
Taking it at face value, if 90% of the content that they consume, which happens to be controlled by many different people, like Facebook or whatever, it could be the algorithms, which are still ultimately a little bit influenced by the government.
Child obesity is a big thing in America, right? So
Feastables. But Drake is bigger than Weeknd. We've seen them. We've seen this time and time again. We've seen this in history where the palace, the king, the emperor can do something to conspire to benefit them. So while he was saying a lot of like really like, I don't know if it was just like having sex with his dog or something. There's something around. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Limelight. Excited to be back for another one. I think we've gotten consistent with our recent uploads.
yeah, no more people asking us,
Not,
when's your next one?
When's your next one? Oh, are you guys still doing it? So it feels good. Feels good for that. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, new to our podcast, we are all about talking about different types of topics that are, we feel, not covered enough or are not getting a objective, maybe sometimes it's not objective, but just an opinion on certain topics. And we want to bring them into the limelight through our shared experiences. We're currently missing a co-host that is normally with us, Mindy. If you're curious about who he is, he's in our first 2 episodes. And we're very hopeful he'll be back.
My name is Mindy. I've been listening to podcasts maybe for a few months now. That's it. That's it.
So today we want to talk about what we have already talked about with the latest updates on the situation, Drake.
It's a never-ending story.
Yeah, today we're going to start off by talking about that. And why don't I let Harmol take the mic?
I mean, I don't know much about the situation. Just recently I kept seeing everywhere on Twitter that Drake was suing, was it UMG? Universal?
Yeah.
For, I think, promoting Not Like Us, the song. I think botted views is what he was saying. I mean,
Yeah,
that happens with everyone, though. So it's like kind of
definitely.
yeah, I think it's just, he should have left it. I think that's...
Hold on. He said that where like when you went on Siri and you asked for play Certified Lover Boy, it would actually play Not Like
Is
Us.
there proof of that? Like,
Apparently there is.
Yeah.
And it makes sense though in one way what could happen by accident because
one of the
he said
lyrics.
Certified Lover Boy and that's like the top song right now.
Yeah.
So Siri hears that. Siri search to give it credit in this situation, Siri and Apple sucks at search.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to search on your iPhone for a message? And like you can search on Google through millions of websites.
Yeah.
But I want to search just in my messages and I want to just search one word that like maybe I'll find the link that I sent you from before.
Yeah.
Impossible. It's like, so I will say it could happen and I believed it to be true. Not necessarily that it was programmed to do that it just kind of did it by accident because it's so shit.
Yeah.
And Apple has a decision to make. Either they say their thing is that shit. I don't know if they're going to respond. Probably
No,
not.
They won't.
They're just going to be like, oh, no, well, we have Apple Intelligence now. So
Yeah.
it's different.
Finally out for some people.
Yeah. Anyways, talking about Drake, yeah, you were saying he shouldn't have done the lawsuit. He's suing the basically that like they were promoting his song significantly more than any other songs. And that's the only reason it did well, I guess, is what he's trying to claim.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, he's also saying that, just like that his own record label is like conspiring against him. The other thing, just I want to say about it, is that Drake has had 0 top Billboard 100 or whatever it is. What is it? Hot 100 Billboard charts, right?
This year.
He hasn't had anything in the top 100. That's, I don't know if they're saying that's his own songs, by the way, or that's him featured, but he hasn't really been doing much
He
this
hasn't
year.
been dropping much, yeah.
Yeah, for many reasons though, right? Like it's kind of great. Well, he dropped the one song that was actually a banger. What is it? Red, green, blue.
Yeah.
No, blue, green, red.
Yeah.
When we blew, we got a green.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song is so good, but you know what? You know why it's off? You know why it's off?
No.
So first of all, like all Drake needs to do, and will do is create unbelievable records in the upcoming years
Yeah.
that everyone's gonna be like, this is so good.
Yeah.
And maybe he's gonna listen to the fans, the ones that are still fighting for him. Maybe he'll bring back the old school Drake. And even in that blue, green, red song, whatever, it's very, very old school. It's like not old school, but like it's more like 5 years ago, not like his
Yeah.
current stuff. He's like with Lil Yachty with a bunch of other stuff. It's like very different. You don't get that kind of music from anyone else,
Yeah.
and it's a banger. And the sad thing is, if you're listening to this and you go and search for that song by Drake, it's removed because copyright claim. There's actually a song where literally that London Big Ben line, it's literally from another song. It's just fucking ironic too, I guess. As I say it out loud, it's like, oh shit. But it's such a good song, and they had to remove it from all streaming platforms. So all you can get is the crappy chipmunk version, which is so funny that
Yeah,
in
the sped up
2024,
version.
2024, we still AI can't recognize that. So those get to stay on.
Crazy.
It's just so funny though, because it's literally, come on. It's just so dumb. It pisses you off, but you want to listen to the song. That's the only way you can listen to it right now, though. So we're lucky that it exists. That song, completely parts of the lyrics and rhythm of it is from another song, but Drake took it and turned it into an Unreal song. And I'm so angry because that song, if you just got the licensing rights, which I'm sure they would have given him, like so many of his songs have old school beats. Metro Boomin, same thing, right? They always reuse old songs and they just get credit. Obviously, this was a leak, quote unquote leak. So if it's like still like they didn't really think much of it and just let it, maybe someone was like telling them, hey, I'm going to leak all this. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what happened to other artists where they're like, hey, we're going to leak all your music if you don't pay us X amount of dollars. And maybe Drake was like, this is what this guy has. Fuck it. It could have been that. It literally could have been a leak. I don't know. Do you know if it's true?
I don't know.
Yeah. So we'll just assume that it's a legit, it's just him like putting it out. If you can get the fucking licensing rights for it, that song would be a top 100 song, and it would be obviously Drake's biggest song of the year because he didn't really release much else. And I looked at my iTunes library on my computer on Apple Music, and I can see the number of times every song's been played, right? So then I just like did a filter. I was like top songs added this year, but played like top played from this year. And I only had that song in my library for like 2 weeks. Yes, sure, call me a Drake fanboy, whatever. Obviously, I'm just gonna say it was a good song. I already had like it was like already in my top 10 of the year, and in that 2 weeks, because I was just playing it all the time. I was like, oh
Yeah.
man, Drake's back, let's go. And it didn't even, and it did way better for me. I played it way more times than the other songs, the Family Matters, all that stuff. I listened to those a bunch, and they were added this year, but they might have been up there too. But that song was up there, and I was like, I was shocked because I didn't expect it to be up there. Anyways, I'm just sharing that part because he makes good music. If he releases really good music, this lawsuit thing, maybe there's some truth to it. Well, he's historically very, very intelligent on how he moves. Some stuff's kind of cringe now looking back. One other thing I'll say about that's cringe, he said in that line, oh, you got your information from clowns. And then the next line is like, we fed you the information. It's kind of funny. You know that's been like going around.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of that kind of stuff. And it's like, okay, you know what? It is what it is.
My biggest thing is you should just fucking leave it, dude. Like, you lost, whatever. Like, yeah, it didn't work out. He hit a song that he said a bunch of stuff, and clearly it hit more, and that's why the whole suing is happening. But like, get on with it and just start making music. I think people will get past it. They will, right? You know they will. Like, even Meek Mill, people still listen to Meek Mill after what happened with Drake, right? So get past it. Start dropping music. This stuff will be in the past. I know people will bring it up like freshly when you start dropping your music right away, but then eventually everyone forgets. No one's gonna remember this shit forever. I just think like him going on like the streamer XQZ stream and saying stuff like, "Oh, people are talking fairy tales about me" and stuff like that. You're still acknowledging it. You're still giving it the oxygen. Don't, man. Just don't even. Let it be. Let it be. Whatever it happened. You took your shot at him. He took your shot at you. Go on with it. Go on with life.
Some people do not do well to loss.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to quote Drake himself in one of his songs, which is one of my favorite songs from Drake,
Yeah.
I'll probably self-destruct if I ever lose, but I never do.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe self-destructing, bro. We don't know.
I think it's just, I think he really, I think that's what maybe he's not dropping music either. I think he's just like overthinking a lot of things. And you know what, man, Drake, you should drop music again. Like as much as everyone makes fun of you, I've made fun of you on this podcast, but his music is the best. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not, right? So yeah, just take it easy, man. Take a couple months to yourself, go on vacation, come back, get in the booth, and drop some fire.
Okay, well, we are glazing a little bit. Drake's great, but Kendrick's song, Not Like Us, still, our stance on it from the beginning was what a banger of a song.
Yeah.
Unreal song. I don't really listen to it that much anymore, like on my,
You just
rotation.
I just hear the song.
But when
in
you
general,
hear it,
yeah.
when you hear it, obviously you hear it. Oh
And
yeah,
everyone knows the song.
everyone knows the
thing.
song. But the other thing that UMG did, Universal Music Group, which is the owner of the record,
Yeah.
they're both Kendrick and Drake, like head honcho of the records, whatever company. They unlicensed that song, so you could put in all your reels, YouTube videos or whatever. I think, or the beat or something. So they just released it for literally for anyone to replay. So when you can have a song that can be on repeat, like on your YouTube video
Anywhere,
or whatever, without having to get copyright striked, but you do like a random Drake song or any other song,
Yeah, it's
it gets
yeah.
copyrighted. You can't use it. So that's something that UMG decided to do. Did that make the song bigger? I think so, 100%.
But do you think that they may like they might even do that kind of stuff with like any big song? Like they've probably done it for Drake songs in the past, right?
I don't think so. They don't do that often, dude. They don't like to do that. That's they don't. If you're a small artist, even if you're a small artist, man, UMG has their own like lawyers, right? And they
Yeah.
just go on YouTube. So when I used to make YouTube videos back in 2006, before like YouTube, whatever, and you posted, I used to put random songs that I downloaded, I didn't even paid for. Some of them I did pay for through CDs that I ripped onto my computer. But like once YouTube and Google, whatever, once UMG like took over, any videos automatically previous or current suddenly were just like your copyright strike, and you see that all the time. YouTubers talking about getting copyright strikes and stuff. So UMG is way bigger than like, well, they're
But
basically Hollywood. It's Hollywood, bro.
It might have even been a tactic. Like they're like
to grow the music overall.
Yeah. Like they know like if more people keep playing this, the other side, obviously Drake's side is gonna respond and all that stuff, right? So it's like it's a tactic for also to get like more eyes on the situation and whatnot. Because like rap hasn't technically been like number one in like all genres, right? Like it's been kind of like stepped down. Like country, I think, went up for a bit, and I think it's a tactic. I mean, they're obviously smart with how they do this stuff, and I think it was calculated the way they did that. And maybe that's why Drake did it, right? That's why he's suing. Makes sense. But then I don't know. I didn't think like right when he put that thing out there, it brought everyone back to right when the song was dropped. Essentially, the same stuff people are saying then, or they're saying more, and they're doubling down on it, saying, "Oh, it's exactly what everyone said." Pulling up old videos of other rappers saying, "Oh, I don't like this guy because of this. Oh, this is why I don't."
The
like this
memes are
guy."
just out of control now too.
But like
everything's just out of control. Everything that was being cycled through the algorithm, though,
and that was just gonna
it's just being
happen,
recycled through right now.
which is why
same
I'm saying,
stuff.
which is why I'm saying like, fuck it, man, just let it go. Fuck it. It happened. It happened. You can't change nothing about it now.
Yeah, I mean,
Because even if he wins a lawsuit, what's gonna change? Nothing. Is anything really gonna change? No. People are still gonna have that mentality. That song's still gonna be the song. Like they're not gonna get rid of the song completely, so it's still gonna be there.
I mean, if they get found out and they say that it's really, really bad or whatever, that it was like super rigged or whatever, it wasn't super rigged. It was a good song, and nobody's denying that. Everyone knows this is about what it is about the media, whether it's politics, music politics, or whatever else. You can change the narrative by just having a bunch of news articles and Reddit posts and everything echo chambering, like in an echo chamber talking about the same fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
But it would still be like for the Drake stands, some of the Drake people, not me necessarily, are gonna say, well, look, this is bullshit, right? But at the same time, Drake didn't drop any music during this time. Drake was dropping music when that happened, and then he kind of took the L. Did he drop after that song? He did. There was some more back and forth after that, but there's a couple more. I think one of them came out after that.
I don't think so. Is Meet the Grahams, Family Matters, and then All I Got, so was it not? I've already said this. Like I really think Drake dropped like the whole like 500 gigs or 100 gigs of music to kind of like see how people would react to his music, and it was positive for the most part. I mean, there was people out there saying like, "Oh, like why would you listen to this guy? He's this, and this." But I think Kendrick was smart with when he picked on things that were trending in that moment, and he said those things, and everyone's just gonna take it as fact, even if it's probably not even true. But it just like everyone take it as a fact because that stuff was just out there at that time, right? So he's smart for doing what he did. And I guess Drake's trying to be smart with this stuff because, yes, if it does come out that UMG did do this, it'll be like, would you really be surprised though? Like, I feel like a lot of people know that like these music industries are really like, they're scumbags, right? They do a lot of weird stuff behind like the backs of people. They sign people to deals that kind of screw them over in the long run with artists at least. And then obviously fake generated views, buying so many
Oh.
copies. I don't get this 326K. Are people actually buying CDs still? Like, where are these numbers coming from?
No, people buy CDs.
326,000.
No, no,
It's
no.
insane.
No,
That's
no,
what
don't they
Kendrick
just-
Lamar's new album.
No,
did.
but no, that's they call that the equivalent of CD sales. So you have to have a certain amount of streams.
Okay, yeah.
You got to get a
But
certain amount of streams.
it's just insane to me that like there are some people that are like up and coming new artists, like no one listens to them. Like everyone knows no one's listening to them, and they have like a crazy number of like sales, and everyone always thought like
Oh, 100%.
it's under the table type of
dude.
stuff, and
Yeah.
it probably is, right? To like put that person out there, like you said, to kind of change mentality or people's perspectives on stuff and whatnot.
I mean, since streaming can be done for relatively cheap,
Yeah,
like if you're selling CDs, faking selling CDs,
you have
pretty-
to buy the owner artist has to like pay
yeah,
out.
or I'm
Yeah.
sure there's shady stuff that you could fake it to, but still, for the most part, if it's counted by an ethical source, whereas Spotify is an impartial source. So when they're going to share their top streamed artists of the year or how many streams a certain artist did get, that kind of stuff, I don't know. I mean, dude, we see it with freaking podcasters, dude. There's podcasts that we know that we literally won't name, but like you don't know who they are because nobody knows who they are, but they have 125,000 fucking
Yeah,
subscribers. So everyone, I don't know. It's weird. Obviously, we don't buy our subscribers, as you can tell. We only have like 100.
yeah.
Maybe we should. We should try it. Just
I
get
think
some-
it was 100. Or
you know
bought.
what? If it's
I think we bought
pretty
these
cheap.
100. Didn't you buy the 100?
Yeah, it comes with the YouTube account.
Free 100.
Free 100.
For 3 months.
Yeah.
And then after that's
That's
$10.99. It's all, every fucking subscription service, same model.
Yeah.
3 months free, and then when you'll forget by the 3rd month that you even have this thing.
No, yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like $20 a month.
They also do the annual thing too, where you might cancel within a year, but then you pay the annual and you get a really good deal. But sometimes, you know what? Some software is you need software. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. But back to the Drake thing. The other thing the Drake stands are still gonna say whatever they want to say. I think that you said an example of Meek Mill. People still listen to Meek Mill.
Yeah.
Bro, people still listen to R. Kelly, bro.
I know.
Like, bro, no, R. Kelly's probably still to this day, if you look at his stream numbers
Yeah.
on Spotify
Probably
and Apple
decent.
Music,
Probably still
oh,
decent.
they're that one song for comparing other artists that would have only like a handful of songs that are probably like,
Even
oh,
P.
like-
Diddy, man. He has a few
oh yeah,
songs.
well, sorry, of course.
Yeah.
Why am I no? Well, I don't really know that many Diddy songs though.
There's a few.
Like, I think he's just been on. It's like,
Like,
DJ Khaled, so he's
even,
on some.
even
of
if
them,
he's like featuring on a song, it still counts.
it counts. He gets
Yeah.
paid. Yeah, dude. You know what? If you want to stream for a real rapper, or you want to support a real rapper, support Fetty Wap. Man's a legend.
What do you mean he went to jail?
Yeah, the poor guy. He's
What do you mean
actually
the
he's
poor
in it for
guy?
real. He's in it for real. He's not like
Yeah.
Drake.
Damn.
I'm not saying shit about Drake here. I'm just saying like everyone's fake up there, bro. Even Kendrick at this
I
point.
will
is-
support Drake though, Canada. Like his music, but to get past it, brother, start dropping music.
yeah, once he drops music, everyone will
Yeah,
forget about all the bullshit.
Exactly. I remember that week when he dropped 100 gigs. Shit was looking different. Everyone's like, "Holy fuck! Like this is like
But-
what we needed."
But he's been dropping music for so long.
Yeah.
He's a human being. He's going around touring, all this stuff, and he has been killing it. He's obviously not done a great job of making some more genuine relationships somehow. Or maybe some people just had to choose a side and they chose Kendrick because of A, B, and C. But you can feel like, dude, the guy all of a sudden had a lot of people like turn on him to the point where he wants to rip off the jersey of
DeMar DeRozan.
DeRozan. If
But
that
you can't
jersey,
blame DeRozan, bro. He's born and raised in fucking Kendrick's place, bro. Like, come on.
no, and like, bro, it's like
He got traded away from
he
the
did
Raptors.
he
He
won.
literally got screwed by the Raptors, and they went right after they traded him. You think he
Dude-
probably still loves the city of Toronto. Don't get me wrong, but like it's like, the team did him dirty, right? In reality, like he may have a better relationship with Kendrick Lamar than he did with Drake, and that's even years before all this stuff happened, right? It's just because I just didn't think that was necessary for him to say and do all that, because it's like at the end of the day, this guy still put in so much time, and like he put like your team on the map for years, dude. Like people, no one cared about the Raptors besides like Chris Bosh early on.
They won the championship with him, didn't they?
No. This is what I'm saying. They traded him for Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, that's
back
what
in
it
the day,
was.
and it's like
People love DeRozan though, bro.
Yeah.
Americans love DeRozan.
He's a great player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy too. He's not. Like
He's
an
in so many
asshole.
rap songs.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I mean. I don't watch basketball, so like I hear DeRozan, I can get it. Like
Yeah.
he's just like always referencing
I
in
just
so many
found
songs.
that line he said was very off-putting. It was just weird.
What, Drake?
Yeah, like him saying that is kind of weird.
It's kind of
It's weird to hear from someone who has a stake in the team, because it's like, as long as I'm still here, it's not gonna happen.
okay. Do you think he would get one anyways?
I think so. Yeah.
And so do you think it's still gonna happen or now it's not?
No.
No,
I think
it's not.
Drake has a big call on that for sure.
No, well they can't do it.
No, they're not gonna do it now. Like, if Drake was able to say it on a NBA telecast, like on like live TV, that shit's not happening, dude. Like, just imagine what's happening behind closed doors. He's able to say this openly.
Okay,
on TV.
hold on. He also went on the stream. That was weird, dude.
The stream was what I was talking about earlier.
So Drake is an actor, and that's what I will say. Drake is an actor. I love his music, and he is so amazing at making great music, whatever genre you want to call it. He makes amazing music. However, he is an actor, and a lot of his stuff is acted. Even those like those clips from the leaked thing, the leaked stuff from
100
his
gigs, yeah.
100 gigs. Some of that stuff, the trophies one, I think he made. There's a video. Did you see it?
Yeah.
It's sick watching it, and it was sick. But like, just the way that he acts, it kind of seems like he's kind of.
Theatrical.
It's a little bit theatrical and
Yeah.
exaggerated. You can kind of tell. And whereas if you see like literally not most of the artists, but like Kendrick, if you were to watch background of Kendrick just looks like he gives no fucks. You
Yeah.
would look at 50 Cent or Eminem, bro. They definitely are just gonna be like real shit,
This is their vibe.
doing their thing.
Like, whatever their music is their vibe. There's no difference.
Yeah, whereas Drake's got the fucking Jamaican vibe, the Mexican vibe, the
Yeah.
Canadian vibe, the US vibe, the Texas,
Yeah.
Southern vibe. It's got it all, and UK vibe. So he's an actor. And so, did you watch any parts of the stream? with Drake?
That's the parts that I talked about when he kind of like addressed like all you goofies and whatnot, like
Yeah.
making all these stuff, like all these fairy tales. That's one thing he said. And thing about the weekend again, there's never gonna be better ever again. It sucks because they can make so much good music.
Don't worry,
together.
AI will do it.
No, I don't care about the AI. I actually want them to collab
I
together
know.
properly. Like,
No,
would be-
old age brings people together.
yeah, probably. But like, I'm talking like, Future and Drake have like mixtapes and whatever together. That if they made like a project together, holy shit, that would do numbers.
It
That'd
would be
unreal.
insane.
Unreal.
But Drake is bigger than Weeknd. We agree on that.
I think they're a lot closer than you think. Globally,
No.
yes. Globally,
No.
globally. Come on. Weekend's very big outside of North America. That's the thing.
Everybody that well, not anymore, but like everybody that
Yeah,
would
what do you
listen.
mean?
No, everybody
Oh,
that
yeah.
would listen to Weeknd would listen to Drake,
yeah,
but not everyone listens to Drake. Would listen to Weeknd. I don't. Do you listen to Weeknd a lot though? I
I
don't.
like Weekend because I it's a different
He's
vibe.
good. It's different vibe. There's the album in 2015 was it whatever that year that I can't feel my face when
Yeah.
that was
Was that Starboy? I think.
no Starboy came after. It was right before Starboy. Starboy was 2016.
It's I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, that album was good. Starboy was
they're
great.
they're so different though. That's why like it's hard to compare like who's better globally. They're completely different. Like rap, hip hop, and he's done hip hop, R&B, and also pop as well. Like he's getting into that whole like 80s kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that whole vibe he's doing. He's cool.
Yeah, but either way, I think Drake's bigger. I don't know. What do you guys think? No offense to The Weeknd. I think Weeknd's amazing. Crew Love, like, come on, what a banger of a song. It's just
It
so.
sucks they never made another one. Man.
No, that song though, just like it's just like. But that album by Drake though was just you got to give Drake.
Oh yeah, that was a really good
just-
album.
Oh my god.
That's why, man, like put all this fucking bullshit away, put all this
Mhm.
rap beef away, and just fucking collab. Even Drake and Kendrick, if they go on a fucking song, it'd be a banger.
Okay, but the thing I was gonna say, Drake and Kendrick. The thing is, I don't know, dude. I think Drake's a little, like I said, people are human, and he's obviously lost friendships throughout this. Is what I was
Yeah.
gonna say earlier, and since he's lost all these friendships and connections, I think it makes you move very differently.
Yeah, for sure.
And some of the confidence that you had, where you could just be like, "I'm gonna say this," is might not be there because it will be looked at differently now, or
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
or like the people that he's directing it at.
Like the same shit you're saying now, if you said during the Meek Mill time, people would be like, they would love it. They eat it up and be like, well, it's hilarious, right? Now it just looks different, I guess, because he's on the receiving end of it, supposed to the guy actually who fucking destroyed the guy. So like, I think now it just comes off as like, I don't know what the word is, like jealousy, envious type of thing. Like kind of just like, dude, like you're still
Let it
bringing
go.
that shit up.
Yeah, let it go.
Yeah, like let it go. Like fuck it. Like dude, like who cares? Like half the guys you destroyed stopped fucking talking about it. Like they actually did. They got over and then they started doing their own thing. And I think he is coming out of a place of anger. I genuinely think it's that. Like similar to what you said, like I think the whole rap industry, a lot of relationships have changed with him. I think he's coming out of a pain of anger and pain, probably. Because like, it sucks.
The album that he will drop, I don't think it's gonna be. It's gonna have again
I
like a
think
mix.
I think it's, no, I think it's gonna have like
bangers.
anger, like bars on like.
Oh, that'd be
people.
awesome.
Like
Summer 16.
that type of shit.
Looking
Yeah.
for revenge.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like energy,
Oh,
that type of
summer
shit, all that type of
25.
stuff. Yeah,
It's almost 10 years later. Funny enough, isn't it crazy? That was 10 years ago now. Summer 16.
Yeah,
What the fuck? 10 years ago that we were bopping that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't bop to Weekend the same way I bop to Drake, but
yeah.
I think Drake is amazing. Kendrick's doing great things. Lil Wayne not being at the Super Bowl, I
Sucks.
think sucks for him. Do you think he should have been there?
Yeah, we've talked about this before too. I absolutely think he should be there. New Orleans, right? Like that the guy that actually fucking like came from there. Went through all that stuff, rapped about all the struggle he's been through.
Have his recent shows not gone well or something though?
I've seen stuff online where that is the case, but like not every show is the same, right? Like if
And
it's
you
a
wouldn't
r-
do something stupid
yeah,
at Super.
yeah, exactly. So like,
Do you think he could afford it?
do
Drake
you
could
mean?
have funded it. Well, you have to
No,
pay for it.
no, I think he could afford it.
Like he can afford it, but Drake probably would have pitched in, and Drake would have been there, right?
Maybe. I just think it was.
You don't think Drake would make an
Oh yeah,
appearance?
and I think Drake would make an appearance too. Maybe make an appearance because the thing is, like it's been out there. Apparently, he got approached. People are saying he hasn't been approached about it ever.
Drake?
Yeah, for Super Bowl halftime, I think he's been approached for sure.
I'm sure he's been approached, but I think that you kind of want to do that at the right time in your career,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like Weeknd did at a good time in his career.
Yeah.
His was solid. I guess Dr. Dre guys is way after, like years.
No, but that's
after.
what's cool is
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it fit the vibe of that concert, so that's why it would make sense. Like they had like Dr. Dre guys. It was in fucking LA. That was perfect. And then you should have just had Lil Wayne here. It would have been better. But I'm still holding out some hope. Somehow, some way, Kendrick brings him out. I don't think it's gonna happen because obviously Kendrick has like a couple bars I think against Lil Wayne in his new album. I really hope somehow like he can bring him out too, but that's wishful thinking. I think
It's not gonna happen.
yeah, probably not.
No, the stream. Sorry, yeah, the stream. I was talking about him being fake, whatever, right? Like that acting. Maybe not fake. Call it fake. Call it embellished. And what'd you say earlier? Theatrical.
Yeah,
I think watching that stream though, where he was like raps whack, all this and whatever. I love the meme that's out right now though of the stream. One of the memes that didn't actually happen. There's a meme that Drake's like, yeah, man, play whatever you listen to, man, like whatever you want, man. And then he's like, really? All right, cool. And then he puts
played the weekend.
No,
He played the weekend.
no. Did he actually play the weekend?
He played the weekend.
No,
He's
no,
like,
no.
no, turn that shit off. He's like, we don't play that guy.
Oh, no. In the memes, in the little reels that people have made, it's not like us. And it's Drake's face, like, but it's probably the weekend
Mhm.
reaction. But then, earlier in their stream, he's like, hold up, I'm out of here. Whenever I'm getting up, I'm going to go get coffee or water or something. They clip that where he's getting up out of the seat too. So it goes,
Oh my
so it's so funny. It's literally like, hey man, like play whatever you want. He's like acting all cool. It's about the theatrics. It's like, it's a good example of it because you see it and you're obviously exaggerating it, but he's just like,
We can play music roulette. Anything could play, you know?
Okay, yeah. Shall I get to this and everything? We're all good?
He even was like even saying stuff like, oh, like
raps whack.
I'm the best out of the six, like I hold down the six and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it's fine, but I'm like, it's just weird constantly hearing it now. It's like,
something's
bro,
up.
we know it. Bro.
Yeah.
We know it. You don't gotta tell me no more, bro. Just drop your fucking music. Like that's it.
The stream was with Steak.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the gambling
Yeah, I
stuff
don't
right now.
like that shit at all, man.
The gambling thing is
Ridiculous.
this is just proof that what is pushed allowed to be in advertisements
yeah.
and allowed to be all this stuff like to be able to be sponsored by a gambling, whatever you want to call it, gambling organization. What do they call them?
Pretty
Casinos,
much.
I guess, whatever. Online casinos, where they stake as an online casino.
Yeah.
Now, what's crazy is there's these laws that are like, there's literally a really sharp line. I don't know if you know, but if you actually gamble online and you advertise, you're banned off YouTube for life. And then if you are sponsored by a big casino or stake or whatever,
You're allowed to.
you're allowed to, as long as you don't like gamble. And like Drake gambles too. There's a specific rule, but it was, what's his name? Steve Will Do It.
Yeah.
Got banned from YouTube.
Yeah.
He's did a lot of stupid stuff that he should have been banned for before. Like, or so I believe. I don't even want to get into the weird shit he's done or said, right? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't think you do anything bad.
No, well, he was saying a lot of like really like, I don't know if it was just like having sex with his dog or something. Like he was talking about random shit like that.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that.
He was talking about how like weird shit. I hope he was joking. I don't know, but he was literally just he's a wild guy. So he says outlandish, bro. He's buddies with 6ix9ine. What do you want? That's his best buddy. What was it when?
Not anymore. I don't think they like each other anymore.
Well, that's the antics between their own theatrics, right? They have their own theatrics. But what I was gonna say is he got banned for that, and then you have Drake going, "Hey guys, whatever." You also have Mr. Beast right now who's being sued or not sued about the scam. We talked about Mr. Beast before. An update on that. He hasn't done anything that's like. I'm not supposed to say that word. Cut that. The PDF file stuff. PDF file. It's my favorite. Now, whenever I go to get a PDF file, I feel like dirty. It should. Why do they have to ruin PDFs, bro? It's
Nice
brutal.
try, Diddy.
I deal with them all the time, and I'll say PDF, and I'm like, oh, why did I say that? Anyways, PDF file. Anyways, what was I saying?
Mr. Beast.
Oh yeah, Mr. Beast hasn't done anything that's relating to PDF files, but he has been pumping up coins. Well, he did earlier. There was the Gary V Friends coins.
I feel like a lot of fucking
Those coins.
influencers
Did all
get
those coins.
all the NFT type
No,
of stuff.
but this is what I'm saying, guys. First of all, we have a new crypto coin coming out. It's a good time. It's a good opportunity to bring it up.
Limelight crypto coin.
It's called Limelight. It's going to be one of a kind. It's
One
going
of
to
a
be
kind,
different
yeah.
than everyone
and
else's.
if you buy it, you get exclusive perks, which we'll get into.
Which
Once you
honestly,
buy it.
once you get, we can't talk about it
Can't
because
talk
if we
about
talk about it, it reduces the value of
Value,
it
exactly.
because people might copy it, and we want to get ahead of it.
Exactly.
And
We have a
right
very big
now,
market value.
we're gonna put our Bitcoin wallet link in the
Yeah.
description. Make sure just get on the wait list now.
It's
Send
only a
us-
small purchase
no,
of
but like,
$1,000
bro,
minimum.
but like, bro, let me just tell you right now, bro. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's like an easy way to make money. You're just gonna be able to
Like,
sit
you know
there
what?
on your phone, on your app.
We're
You know when
making
you
so
watch
much
like
off
every time you
guys
watch
that
one
we
of our
wanna
videos,
send it back to you guys.
you get like $1,000, bro. Like, come on,
like
you get paid to watch us.
Why are,
Like,
we
come
gonna,
on.
why are we gonna hoard all the wealth? We want to give it back to
We
you
wanna give it-
guys.
It's not about us.
Right? It's not about us. It's not
No,
about us.
you know
It's
what?
about you
We're gonna
guys.
lose money from this, I'm sure.
We are.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%. Now, fast forward 3 months later. Never talking about it, whatever. But
Never
suddenly,
addressed it.
but it's all sold. You sold it. You made all your millions of dollars.
Even Logan Paul did something similar.
Logan Paul, Mr.
So many of these
Beast,
guys.
Gary V.
Nelk Boys, they had something back in the day too.
Nelk Boys did their thing too. I bought into cryptocurrency in 2021 at the peak of like Bitcoin price at the time, and like Ethereum was up and down, whatever. But like it's not like I bought a lot, but I was paying attention to it and I believed enough into it that I put a little bit of money into it. Putting that little bit of money into it, I was talking to people. I'd go for birthday, dinner, whatever, meet random people, talk to them about cryptocurrency at the time. And people would hit me with the, oh, bro, but like NFTs though, bro. Like, I don't know, Bitcoin. Like, and I'm like, I just never got it. And then people were like, oh, it's like baseball trading cards. And I was like, you're fucking, like, you can be cool you can make money with them, but like the vast majority of people aren't going to make a lot of money by trading baseball cards, bro. Like, you know, like if that's your full-time thing and you're really into the sport, you can be pretty smart about it. And if you know about baseball cards, but like now you're telling me some digital, I never understood it. I tried to watch videos on it. I was trying to be sold
I
on
never
it, bro.
got it either.
I was like, okay, this
It's
is
a
dumb.
digital collectible. It's just I never got it.
No, but like I'm sitting here, I'm like, I want a real tangible collectible, like this microphone, right? Like this thing actually appreciates in
Or like a
value.
jersey or some memorabilia where I can actually fucking see.
No,
and
but
hold.
like items that appreciate in value, or not appreciate, but depreciate at a like a slow rate.
Yeah.
Like you can buy something used and then resell it at the same price and use it for a year because the value of it like stays for so long. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
People do it with cars all the time.
Yeah.
I know a guy that's like has had like 20 cars in his life, and like at the time when he was like 25 at the time,
Yeah.
and every car that he bought and sold, he basically was at net zero. He didn't like lose or gain any money throughout that period
Yeah.
because he bought really unique like BMWs and cars that like were really rare. And the last car that he had that was like a fun car. So all these people went and like, you know, you're allowed to go and advertise all this junk, dude.
Yeah.
All this trash, which is making people depressed. People commit self-delete. People like remove themselves, self-delete because of financial debt,
Yeah.
and that they can't bear it, and they would rather just like not be alive anymore. This is unbelievable that companies can go. This is the cigarettes of today.
Yeah.
It's the cigarette commercials that were up and on every movie ad, everything. It's like right now, it's we can't advertise no cigarettes or whatever. Alcohol too, by the way, is like completely like advertise the crap out of it. But you can't advertise anything to do with cannabis. But like alcohol, go nuts. And like how many people are going home and like beating their wives drunk versus how many people are going home and doing anything other than maybe eating too much, smoking cannabis. Like my thesis on that. But that my whole point about this whole thing with Mr. Beast, all these things, like you shouldn't believe everything you hear. And you shouldn't just buy into anything that's because you like the person. Just because someone is a public figure, including us, you shouldn't take our opinion or like whatever we say as factual without like, unless we have some really serious credibility behind our statements. We are not in Hollywood, so when we talk about Drake, no shit, it's just speculation. But when if we're going to talk about cryptocurrency right now, I might say something that bites me in like 5 years. And like, I'm not telling someone that they should take our advice. People are like, it's encouraged to trust influencers. Influencers are going up in campaigns to go and be held up to say, look, these influencers that you bought all these gambling NFTs from, now we want you to vote for us, or we want you to do this, right? And this applies to both parties. Both parties do it. And you know, in the States is what I'm referring to. So I don't know. My thoughts on like all those scammy things people are doing. Mr. Beast is like trying to, like, he just did a interview recently about it with a streamer as well. It seems like nowadays it's not podcasts. You just do an interview with a streamer.
Yeah.
And if you do an interview with a streamer, and I'm not trying to be mean here, and I'm going to sound bad, it's probably going to come out bad, but most of these streamers are not the most like intelligent in certain topics that they're being now like that guy. Oh yeah, that guy that the XQC didn't even know anything about rap music, didn't know anything about music, by the way. Did you know that? That guy barely knew
He
anything
played
about
Weekend in front of Drake.
No, yeah, he didn't know anything. He's like, oh, really? That happened? He's like, didn't know shit, bro. Like,
Dude,
so
they're in their own world. It's
No, but, like,
not their thing, right?
the Mr. Beast like interview was with another streamer that like he's not a fucking investigator. Like you know CoffeeZilla, right?
Sure.
CoffeeZilla is like amazing YouTuber that investigates and does all. You're just a random streamer. If you wanted to do an interview with like an actual investigator, that would have been different. He does a stream, and then the guy's like asking him some softball tough things, and he's like, "Yeah, but like you did the you did mention like, hey, you're buying it, so it's kind of like saying that people should buy it." And he's like, yeah, but like I barely, like I said that once. It was like one little tweet. It's like not that much. And then he's like, hold on. It was a lot. Like it was like millions of dollars. And he's like, yeah, but like, and he just never once, ever, Mr. Beast acknowledges, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. Not once.
They can't. I think they legally probably can't.
I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know. The gambling thing, dude, the Canucks, NHL players are sitting there. Probably NFL players too. They probably do the ads for all these big companies now. They have the most money.
Where I started hating this stuff is when I see like people like Wayne Gretzky, like, oh hey, I'm on Bet99, like, oh I'm here, hey, make sure you hit the parlay this week, and hey, like I can't go 1 week without hitting my parlay, like it's just, and then you're seeing these streamers and these YouTubers that are sponsored by these different websites and whatnot. Most of these like content creators, they have a younger fan base, and it's like when they get to a certain age, or even they won't even need to get to a certain age, they'll just do it under the table or somehow get around it. They'll be gambling at younger ages, and that's so bad because when they get older, it's only gonna get worse and worse. It's just like the same thing you said, the cigarette thing, right? It's like it's normal, it's normalized.
It's gonna be looked at
Yeah.
in the future like horrible.
It has got so much to me. Like when I went to Carnaggio's concert and they gave like little like wristbands like light up. You look on the wristband, it's a steak. And it's a QR code on it. You scan the QR code
And you get
takes you to
$300,
steak.
$300 or something.
No. I don't think.
But they do those things,
yeah,
right? They
they
give you
do it.
$300
Yeah,
to gamble, and you usually will win something out of that or
if
whatever.
you win something, but the thing is, once you're in, you're trapped. Like it's like it's just a cycle you're stuck in. Like once you start gambling, like yeah, you're up, you're down, you're up, you're down, you're up and down. In reality, you'll just be losing. The more you put in, the more you're losing. I think there's smarter ways to go about it if you want to think about this whole gambling aspect of like, yeah, put a little bit of money in and it can go a lot higher. There's stocks out there.
Yes.
There's mutual funds out there, index funds, anything. There's so many better things you can do. Even Punjabi songs now, they have betting and they have like a rhyme about steak or like a rhyme about making a bet. Now, Sukha has a song. He says a bar about making a bet. I think Carnaggio multiple times it said steak.
Do you think they're paid off to say that?
No, they are for sure.
They are.
He has a thing with steak.
Oh my goodness, dude! Like you said, if Drake is willing to put his name on some random company, because it really ultimately is a
Imagine
random
the
company.
check, bro.
The check.
Imagine to have it as
Gunny check
in his bio. I think his bio still has it, or it did for a moment.
Drake?
Yeah, that's
I think it
steak.
still does.
Imagine the bag for that per day, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, like if you remove that for one
Or
day.
him to just make one post like, oh hey, I got
all
John
his posts.
Jones.
No, all his posts are about steak nowadays, basically.
Yeah.
Like
And even
that,
when
he's
even
literally
when he did
owned by
online
them.
streaming, he was gambling on steak. Like when he did his online stream, like Anita Maxwell and all that stuff. Like yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. He said he's gonna start his own.
His tour is called that. Exactly.
Oh yeah, do a tour. Yeah. He announced the tour on that.
Yeah, I saw it today.
Yeah.
There's not enough education on it. There is stuff out there. I think it's just not nearly as like put in your face as much as like a website on like a TV show would be, or like, oh, your favorite streamer, your favorite content creator. See, he gets me, man. Look at him. He's focused in on me. But yeah, I think one day it will change. And another thing too, I don't like is how you see like Drake, like, oh yeah, I bet like $25,000. You think that's really your money? That's not even real money. It's essentially just like some random like nothing.
Yeah, no, it
It's
could be
it's
stakes
nothing
money.
slim.
It could be stakes money.
I don't think it says. I
Yeah.
genuinely don't think this guy's putting $500,000 in a fighter to win. That's ridiculous if that's the case.
Yeah, like this is what I mean. It seems like gambling is almost the main event over the main event nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what's like. It's
weird. Like now, when I used to like watch like these like fights and everything back in the day, no one used to bring up like gambling. Now it's like, oh yeah, who do you got today? And I'm like, oh yeah, this guy winning. Like, oh, you got the guy to win. Like how much? Oh, you got a parlay set and everything. No one just talks about just the fight. It's more than just the fight. It's the parlay you're hitting. It's the bets you made and all that. Like, oh yeah, I'm down today. And like no, it's like weird. When they're losing, they don't enjoy the event for what it is, and that's like kind of takes away from the whole aspect of sports.
Yeah, dude. Like you're supposed to like. I don't want to be that invested in it, right? I'm in NHL fantasy, and it's like, I don't even really like. It's just for fun.
That could be, I guess, considered gambling too, but not really. I mean,
you're just playing. You're just trying to stay up to date with the league, and it's fun, right?
Yeah.
But when you're going in and all you're doing is betting on games and stuff like that, and there's an addiction. There's addictions to it. People have made money from it, so they feel that they can make more money, and they kind of keep chasing that same high. It's like pyramid schemes.
Yeah,
it's like
I think it's just
all the
like,
same shit.
You look at people that make it, and like, say for example, your friend send you like, oh my god, dude, I just put $100 down. I won like $5,000. That obviously triggers something in your brain. Like, dude, I could have done that. Like, it's easy. All I
you're
do
like,
is tap this.
I knew this guy's
that.
gonna win. I've been right
Yeah.
3 times in a row.
Exactly.
When I pick, and I'm gonna do
And
it.
it's just like it never works out like that. Like it just some people get lucky, some people don't. It's like the lottery. Same thing as a lottery, right? Like you'll see like once in a while, like almost every year is like at least 10 of these posts made by these betting companies. Like this guy bet $1, he won 97K because he bet 5 things to happen this year, and it just happened. And it's like, yeah, you know what? Like you don't know how much a guy's betting. The guy probably bets like however much, and probably is way worse down overall, even with that win. Like, it's just like stuff like that makes, I think, people think like, oh damn, like I should do this too. It's like an easy way to make money, but it's just like makes no difference, man.
It's just not okay. It's not okay that gambling is allowed to be advertised in your face like this. Gambling will exist and it should exist for its entertainment value to a certain extent. In Canada, it's significantly more regulated than in the States.
Yeah.
However, in Canada, if we're going to be progressive about the situation, it makes sense that it's not all just gambling ads. And if you're just focusing on gambling, I just got to say, like, you could use your resources for something more financially
Safe.
financially safe and more financially fruitful, like more financially fruitful, right? So yeah, he's asking for money right now. He's talking about money. He knows about money.
He's asking me what's my next parlay.
Yeah, he's like, hey, yo, what are we taking tonight? But yeah, no, I think that it shouldn't be allowed. And just like I said, I think we've talked about it in a previous episode, but like when I went to a bar and they're like passing out vapes for free as samples, that was happening during 2021. Did we talk about that on the pod?
It's still happening.
No, did we talk about that on the pod?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
Because we didn't clip it. I don't think we released it.
No. But
We didn't release it, right? Because we would have
No.
clipped my thing.
No, but it's happened. It's happened to me too. Like this was actually this year. Yeah, not too long ago. I think probably like 5 months ago. I was at Greta and like they walked in. Like the company's called Views. I don't care how to expose them or not. They walked in like, oh hey guys, like
They have iPads in their hands?
yeah, iPads. Like, hey, just put your name down here. That's it, and you get
Guys,
this.
come
And
on.
It's like, dude, what? Like, why are you giving? And the thing is, yes, everyone there
Wild.
is legal. I understand that.
No, it doesn't matter.
But the thing is, why? It's like, would you go up to people and be like, "Hey, sir, take a shot"? Like, you want just like a random person in public. Like, I just think it's so weird that like they're okaying having like, oh yeah, we're just giving free drugs to people to get them hooked onto it, so they buy more. It's such a weird. I don't know if it works or not. I mean, I haven't really heard about them besides anytime I'm in a club. It seems.
So I don't go out enough, clearly.
Yeah.
Don't go out enough. I went out in 2021 when places were just starting to open up. It was for my friend's birthday. We go over there and all my friends go out to go vape. And then I don't vape and I was like, I'm fucking sitting here. So I'm sitting down there. It's all good. And suddenly 2 girls come up to me and I made a joke. I'll share the story and you guys can watch it. By the way, you're going to want to watch the video on this one. I don't care if you're audio only all the time. You're going to want to see me with braids in this video because I have braids in the video. But anyways, I'm sitting there by my Christmas tree. It's actually funny enough, just right around now. It was right around now, you know. And so, you know, it's straight up like, I was just like, this is crazy. So we'll play the clip, whatever. Imagine the clip's played.
Right, so I haven't been to a bar since like pre-COVID properly. Went to Colony downtown. It's like an arcade thing. They clearly are targeting younger people. I'm trying to stay hip and cool and with it. Saw I was there. Anyways, 2 cute girls walk up to me. And I know that doesn't surprise anyone, but it wasn't like that this time. No girls walk up to me. Anyways, they go, hey, do you vape? And I'm like alone at the table. My friends are like all over the place. I'm like, no, my friends do. They're probably vaping right.
The fact that that was happening during COVID when people were in the hospitals because of respiratory illnesses.
Crazy.
It's a respiratory illness with respiratory issues. They're sitting there in the hospital and it was legal for that to be handed out for free samples. You got to question if something's being advertised a lot. I think that you do need to be like questioning it before you go consume it, no matter what product it is. But in this case, you're not in your regular state of mind. There's alcohol involved. They know that alcohol is involved. They don't come out at the beginning of the night right when you enter.
It's always like
they come in later
yeah.
on when things are happening. And they're always sending girls where guys are going to go. And I make the joke in the video where I'm like, oh, girls came up to me. I'm like, no, not like that. But that happens all the time. I made some stupid joke about it. But, you know, not the way that I said it there. Guys, just like I joked about, guys will be like, oh, some girls are coming to talk to me. They have an iPad in their hand. Nah, they're like pulling a key to us, bro. They're like, nah, the iPad, that's her phone. That's probably something else. No, she's coming to hit on me for sure. Like, you know, these guys got these wishful thinking and they're like, oh, these girls are talking to me. Screw it. This is good. Myron Gaines told me that if I talk to them this way, that it doesn't matter if they're on shift, they're going to want to come home with me tonight. And they're going to be like, whatever, but they're going to end up hitting a vape and they're going to be like, oh, yeah, you know what? Totally. Like, I'm off at like 11. Come hit the vape with me. and then this guy never gets the girl, but get stuck vaping and spending lots of money. And like that's why I personally am too scared to touch it. Call it like not a fear, but freaks me out because I know I won't be stopping. So anyways, I think it's dumb as shit. And some people messaged me on that story and they said, Raj, I vape now. And it was because of one of those things.
Wow, really?
Multiple people.
Damn.
So multiple people told me straight up that they started vaping because of something like that. And I know that like obviously someone like you or some other people might not be as easily influenced by that particularly. It's sad because so many people have been vaping because of it. And like, and they're both girls actually that messaged me and said it to me. I guess guys are gonna either not admit it and message me and say it's cool or whatever, admit to it, or they already had enough influence around them. But that tells you something, right? Yeah, I just think, don't. And then that makes me go to my next point. The media will tell you all day long, or the narrative of the public, that you should eat this, you shouldn't eat that, whatever. When they introduce on any news broadcast RFK, they introduce him as a wacko conspiracy theorist. When they introduced Donald Trump, they say felon, ex-felon has become president. When they introduce all these things. Now, regardless of specifics and the semantics of exactly the little thing of what people might be saying, what I'm saying is when someone is being told all over the media that they're so good, that they're so good, they're so good, we've all seen, I'm sure you've seen that little, it's not a meme, it's kind of like a drawing image that symbolizes something, but it's a guy with like like saying believe me or something, and like he's wearing like a mask or something. And he's like, trust me, like I'm always honest, trust me. And like behind his back, he's holding something and like there's a crowd of people trusting him.
Yeah.
You've seen that, right? I'm sure we can find it. I don't remember exactly. But something like that, we've seen them. We've seen this time and time again. We've seen this in history where the palace, the king, the emperor can do something to conspire to benefit them. We've seen this before. And right now, people are just taking it at face value if 90% of the content that they consume, which happens to be controlled by many different people, like Facebook or whatever, it could be the algorithms, which are still ultimately a little bit influenced by the government, or the news media. If you go and watch the news, if you watch the news now, that's why nobody watches the news. That's why people watch the news. But that's why like the biggest campaign thing was like for Trump was like going on podcasts and like the campaign going with Joe Rogan, right? Which I'll talk about in a second. But what I'm trying to say is we've seen this happen before. And now today we are seeing it again where this is okay, this is okay, this is amazing, this is great, 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 this is horrible, this is horrible, this is horrible, this is horrible. Okay, let's just like, if you look at it objectively, there's not everyone is 100% correct. Not both, you know, it doesn't matter who the person, but it's like people are being trained to just believe exactly what they're told at face value because 90% of the people around them and above them are thinking this way. And for me, I'm just like I said, we've seen this movie before. We know what this looks like. And now RFK is the head of nutrition. And there's the meme going around, which I'll find very quickly, I'm sure, easily, about how they show pictures of the health ministers. Okay, look, am I an asshole? Am I an asshole for bringing it up? Am I an asshole for saying anything about it?
I don't think it matters. I think that shit doesn't matter.
Okay, so fine. That doesn't matter. Fine, you're right.
What they do. I don't think
you're right. However, what they're doing is in the U.S. especially, and Canada can't be far behind. The obesity rate is insane. And by the way, Ozempic ads are coming on my fucking thing. Because I guess I've been talking about I'm losing a little bit of weight, eating healthier. No, bro. Ozempic. It's like an Ozempic package. Have you gotten any of those ads? I've seen it on Reddit and I've seen it on now Snapchat. And I saw it on Facebook today or Instagram or something. And it's just like a wrapper. It's like a medical wrapper that just says Ozempic. They don't even tell you, hey, lose weight. They don't even say, because if they can't, I don't think they can actually say, oh, lose weight with Ozempic.
What it does. It just, they say what it is. Like,
because you're like, oh, Ozempic, what is it? You'll Google it, and then you'll be like, oh, people are using it to lose weight. And you're like, oh, I'm trying to lose weight. Oh, bro, we're like our
It's fucked up
society
is
is
it's a
spiraling out of control, bro,
it's a
because of this stuff.
It's a diabetic thing, and like it sucks for people that have diabetes. They can't even get the like medication for it.
No,
'Cause
I think there's enough.
there's times where it runs out though. Like think about it on pharmacy basis, not on like some
Oh, yes,
pharmacies
yes,
can run
yes,
out of
yes,
it because
yes,
people are using it for other reasons, and people who are diabetic can't even get access to it, which is why there's so many of them now, so many different kinds now. So
Yeah, unbelievable. And my whole thing about this is now you have someone that is advocating for eating more vegetables, I believe, and like eating relatively what like micro influencers that are, some of them are called conspiracy theorists. Like there's people online that are very nutritious looking and they don't look like bodybuilders. They just look like healthy. And they're advocating for eating carnivore diets, or they're advocating for eating vegan, or they're advocating for eating vet paleo, which is what I am doing currently at this moment. You know that I'm doing that right now, right?
no,
Yeah. 12 days, day 13 tomorrow. Or no, 14, day 14 tomorrow, I think.
how you feel?
I feel great. I've lost like 5 pounds, but like
Damn,
5 pounds, losing that in like 2 weeks is
pretty good.
water weight too a little bit, but like
Yeah.
just feel way better.
More energy.
Yeah, just like you just feel healthier, but like it's so, if I just ran a mile every day and ate this every day, I'd feel super healthy. Yes, but is it's still fun to enjoy and indulge in other things and like junk food, right? So
Yeah.
so I'm an all in and all out.
I think one thing that he's already said that he wants to do this, that I saw, was he wants to kind of get rid of a lot of the additives and like stuff that they put in most of their foods, because the stuff that's legal in America is not legal anywhere else.
Oh yeah,
Like half these like dyes and like whatever Red 40, all this stuff,
it's crazy.
half these places in the world don't even have that, which is why like a lot of people someone I know went to Europe, and they're like they have a lot of like stomach issues here, eating like any kind of like pastas or whatnot. Like they get like some like I don't know, stomach pains, right? They went there like, dude, nothing.
Yeah,
You feel anything.
It's crazy.
Because munching whatever,
Yeah.
had no issues.
I know.
And it's like, why is that, right? Is there something with their food? Like, what is it? Like, even people going to India say the same thing. They're in India, no issues. I can eat anything and I have no issues.
Ah,
And that's crazy to think, especially with we already talked about the whole street food thing. But yeah, it's just I just think like here there's a lot of additive and preservatives in foods, rightfully so. Obviously, they want to keep on the shelf for as long as possible. And yeah, I mean, if he does what he says, I think that will benefit America. But it's not gonna make a difference instantly. It will still take years, but hopefully something's set in place that can help the youth, because obviously child obesity is a big thing in America, right? So,
Feastables.
dude, honestly, we're actually fucking getting. I'm gonna get one, and we're fucking testing it out if that shit's moldy or not, because I can't stop seeing that it's moldy. It's moldy cheese.
Oh,
I need to find out for myself. Actually, no,
Let's
no,
do it.
sorry, not Feastables. Lunchly.
Oh,
Lunchly.
Feastables are the chocolate bars.
I've had Feastables, decent. I had it like a while back.
Whatever, it's a chocolate bar.
It's literally just a chocolate.
It's just like a
it's just
yeah.
Hershey's, bro.
It's
Even
just-
though he
yeah.
shit talks Hershey's is the same thing, dude.
yeah, bro.
You
come
can't
on.
tell me it's not the same
Yeah.
thing.
Hershey's the OG though, so it's like come
Yeah,
on.
and the fact, did you send me that at the Walmart where it was like 10 cents? or
Oh yeah,
something? Dude, they have so many
nobody wants to buy them.
because no one trusts
No,
it, dude.
no,
In reality, no one
It's
knows
not about
it.
the trust. It's just that it's
not. Okay,
it's not even that. It's
bro,
just like
it's
if
not
the
a-
fad is over. They sold a
It's
bunch.
not-
They ordered a
bro,
bunch.
It's not a legacy chocolate bar company. If you're a regular consumer and you know nothing about Mr. Beast, you're gonna go for like the typical
No.
Arrow, Hershey, Kit Kat, O. Henry, whatever. You're not going for I'm going for a Feastable today. I'll go for a Linda, like go for anything else, right? Like, you know,
You'll try it. I mean, it's a
you'll
novelty,
try it,
right?
but you'll
That's
be like,
all
you
it
know
is.
what,
Yeah, it's not that
Like
great.
when I had it, it was not enough to push me over to it full time. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but like, I will say, if you're gonna get chocolate, I encourage you. How about you've never done it? There's a chocolate factory in the Tri Cities. Actually, there's a couple of them, I think. But you can find a chocolate factory in Vancouver easily. Go to not Charlie in the chocolate factory.
There's actually
There is
there's a place in
Charlie's
Burnaby.
chocolate factory. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's one.
There's one in
so it's
Poco
like,
as
it's
well.
like local
There's
made.
one in Poco as well.
So it's like local made.
They literally and so they have everything, just chocolate. They make fresh,
Damn.
and like that shit's, you eat that, bro, it just melts in your mouth like it's real chocolate.
like European chocolate.
It's just,
European.
it's real
chocolate's-
chocolate, bro. It's not like filled with all stuff, but like,
Me and you were just like gassing up Europe in the past few episodes.
yeah.
Should we
Netherlands.
always go there?
Yeah. When you look at the ingredients list of anything you buy, when you do paleo, there's a specific diet, eating plan diet, whatever you want to call it. It's 30 days where you only eat whole foods.
Mhm.
It's called the Whole 30. So you just eat whole vegetables, organic vegetables, organic meat, and then a select amount of fruit.
Organic meat.
What? Okay.
Organic meat. I said,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
You look at the ingredients list of anything you buy when you're eating Whole30 and you're only eating the whole foods, and you're not allowed to have any filler ingredients. Dude, you'd be surprised how many vegetables have sugar in it. Like,
Oh yeah.
when you buy a vegetable kit, or like when you buy like tomato paste, they'll add sugar. When you buy, any type of like healthy-ish like dressing, it's got sugar. Everything has sugar in it, or it has high fructose corn syrup, right?
Yeah.
All this stuff, dude. And then there's people online that are advocating for different diets. But what I'm trying to say about it is people are I think that it's not going to be a bad thing if there's no more preservatives and additives in the food.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's a bad thing. And what I wish that like there was someone that could make, like, if McDonald's could make burgers without any of the filler bullshit, and any, like, the fries have, like, McDonald's fries have like 10 ingredients, bro. There's
Yeah.
like 6, 7, 8 ingredients, when really it should just be potatoes and salt.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it should be, but it's called like Dexter, like this extra
Dextrose, all this stuff.
all this
yeah.
stuff, dude. And like, what's weird, it's true. You don't eat a burger and you can put it in the fridge.
And it won't go bad.
It just doesn't go bad.
Yeah. And if you get like an authentic burger, make it yourself, it goes bad quick. Like not quick, but like
yeah, but
a
it
lot
goes
quicker.
bad. Mold
Yeah.
grows on stuff,
Yeah.
dude. Like, people might think, oh my god, mold's growing on this.
I'm
People
not
are
even
probably
joking.
trained to
If
think.
I put one French fry in your backyard, I think I'll come back 6 months later, still be there. Unless someone
Well, a
ate
fry
it.
will
Yeah,
eat it.
but like
It wouldn't
it'll
decompose.
be, yeah, it will still be whole. Like it'll still be proper, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's yeah. So I don't know. I think it's going to be funny. I'm very curious of what this means for our country in Canada, specifically, even how the Food Administration stuff will change.
Yeah.
I think that everything that we've been told about breakfast, lunch, and having cereal with a bunch of sugar in it in the morning.
I think for
And
sure we
milk.
got to revamp the whole was it the food pyramid, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's not a pyramid.
It's
but
pretty dated.
You like pyramids, but it's not a pyramid.
Well, I think America has a pyramid. We have like red, blue, green, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
it's like
The
whatever
Drake
you
song.
need.
And then yeah,
Like what? There's a
Drake
song
song.
on it. Oh, I like the Drake song. That's where it's inspired from. Those colors.
Yeah.
Fuck. Anyways, I don't know. Let's see if it's conspiracy theory or not. I don't know. Let's see if America gets healthier. It's like the formula in America is make everyone fat, and then convince them that being fat is okay. And for the people that don't want to be fat, give them Ozempic. That is literally
yeah,
that is the reality right now.
yeah.
I think that's an objective reality. I don't care what you say. But I like that there's a lot of people on Instagram making these little 10-second clips in grocery stores. Like, hey
Yeah.
guys, let me show you guys. Let me change your life. Let me change your life.
But
And-
that's good, though.
some,
It's good.
yeah, no, it is good.
It is
Sometimes you
good.
make a
Yeah,
decision.
it's
There's
educational.
a guy on Instagram that actually has like raps where he like raps, but he talks about how to use like random household like groceries to like clean your house. So he'll be like, hey, is your window like? It'll be like an Eminem beat,
Yeah,
and it'll be like, hey, is your like window streaky? Okay, cool. Don't use Windex. Use lemon and baking soda, and then mix it together, and then
yeah,
put it on your window, and there'll be no streaks. That's probably not the right solution for it, but
yeah.
so I started following him. I'm like, that's awesome. And there's like people that'll be like, hey, in your dishwasher, your tab, check your dishwasher ingredients. Does it have this ingredient? Some of this stuff is a little fear mongering bullshit.
I've heard the like argument, like going back to the food stuff, where I've seen like people themselves getting interviewed on the news, like, oh, like why do you like buy this food? Why do you do all this stuff? Like all this junk food, right? In parts of the world where in America, where obviously families don't make a lot, it's cheaper for them to honestly go to like wherever to get food for the whole family, and it feeds them, supposed to buying like regular groceries, because groceries are so expensive. So I think it's, yeah, the food stuff needs to change, as well as the whole kind of model with everything needs to change, with how expensive like a lettuce compared to like getting like a cheeseburger is in America, right? So
Well, shout out to the man himself who's really trying to change this in Vancouver, Greater Vancouver area, specifically Abbotsford, Just Guggen. So Just Guggen is showing, kind of making farming cool again. Truly.
yeah,
And like, if every neighborhood, like if like I wanted to just start a farm here, I'm not a farmer. Like I'm not a jut. Throwback. No, I'm not a farmer, and like it's not what I was meant to do. But like if I was in a situation where I had to do it or whatever, like I think you should probably start farming, bro. Not for you. No, but like, okay, but I'm just saying vertical farming. He's talking about vertical farming where instead of needing a huge amount of land, you build upward, just like Vancouver is building upwards with the density and stuff. So you can like you can have like a really tall, like a orange, like, sorry, you can go oranges, you can go whatever inside, indoors.
Beanstalk, Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Beanstalk. No, but you can have all these different like fruits and vegetables. And I think that if I could, in every neighborhood, every community could have its own micro farmer
Yeah.
and supply, like they could supply their
Well, that's
little
what they have
neighborhood.
I think that they tried doing that with the neighborhood garden stuff.
The farmers markets?
No. Well,
Farmers markets aren't farmers markets
No. In my like in
anymore,
my
in the same way.
neighborhood, like, and I've seen a lot of areas of neighborhood gardens was like a plot of land, and it's
Oh, they
that
do
stuff.
that a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's
But you know what's
fine.
crazy?
It's not
that,
much.
that lasts for like a year, and they build a high rise.
Yeah,
In the
that's
same
not a thing.
spot.
That's like, that's like almost
Did
like
you
just like
did you learn gardening in elementary school anyway? Any chance?
I'm the wrong guy to ask because my dad is a like top tier.
No, I'm saying in
gardener.
school.
No, but my dad was garden was so crazy. We had a field trip to my house, so I learned about gardening naturally, like through that.
We used to actually have like a thing. Like when shout out to Clinton, I only went there for like 2-3 years.
Bill or
in
Hillary?
Burnaby. No, Clinton Elementary School in Burnaby.
Yeah, let's make it clear, bro.
All right. Anyways, yeah, we
Monica
actually
Lewinsky?
they actually taught us gardening when I was like a kid, but I don't remember anything. But it was cool, you know. It was interesting. It's
Oh yeah, we
different.
did. We
That's
grew
what
a
I'm
seed.
saying.
We grew a
Yeah.
seed and put it in a paper towel,
Yeah, it was
wet it,
cool.
whatever. No, that's awesome, dude.
I feel like that
I want. I want.
I
My,
wonder
no,
if that happens anymore.
I want. You know, if when and if whatever kids in my life when I have them, I want to teach them how to like have a plant
life
and like
skills,
let
yeah.
them grow a plant
Yeah.
that they can take care of
That'd be cool.
before they want a dog or anything. If they want a dog or whatever,
care of
like
the
I
plant.
know they're gonna want, but it's like, yeah, I want you to prove to me that you can take care of this plant.
How come you can get a dog and I can't? They're gonna say that to you.
No, well, my dog's gonna be old by that point.
Pluto's staying young forever. AI, bro.
And as you can see, I am not dead.
Yeah, merge. Well, chip him. I've chipped him yet. Yeah, I think that like Just Guggen is doing free farmers markets where real farmers can bring their produce,
Whatever works for you, man.
bring them and like sell it for free. He's like making farming cool again, which is awesome. Like we'll put a couple of clips of his Instagram there, but shout out to him for that because I don't know. I just think that like
It's different.
it's different.
cool,
It's
and it's
cool.
cool.
It's someone putting themselves out there,
Yeah.
and he is giving back to the community. And if everyone can have fresh vegetables and eat fresh vegetables, I think that's a great thing. And if you can support your local neighbor, like I look at like I'm eating Whole30 right now, so I'm eating a lot of vegetables and I'm buying all this stuff, right? Product of Mexico, product of Florida, product of USA, product of China, the mandarin orange, product of this, product of that, and it's like last episode we talked about oil and gas or whatever, right? But right now I'm talking to you like, dude, we have one of the largest landmass on the freaking planet.
Yeah.
Myron Gaines says it's the dumbest use of land. And if you want to talk about it objectively, we're not using it to its max potential. We could freaking have all sorts of, resources here in terms of food and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think what Just Guggen's doing is great. I think it'd be cool that if people, start eating better. I would love that McDonald's, again, makes burgers without any of the additive stuff where I can eat guilt-free, still like more sugary, maybe more fatty foods, but with confidence that doesn't have any junk in it. And I think about that like such a wow, that would be a dream. That'd be so cool if that existed. It's like, that shouldn't be a dream. That should be real life in 2025, right? Like 2024 right now. We live in a world where we have so much advanced technology. But yes, guess what? It's not, how much money is it for the big pharma, for the big corporations, for you to grow your own vegetables in your own community? How much money is it for the oil and gas companies to transport all that all around the world? How much money is it in Ozempic and all these other clinical trials where they get paid by the government, by tax dollars, or by whatever funding to try and solve a problem? The problem that they're trying to solve is not their priority. It's how can we solve this problem with the most amount of profits? Goes back to your little early, you made a joke about software, how everything's $10.99 after or whatever. It's always just about how can you maximize money.
Consumerism.
Yeah, and like there's a documentary on Netflix now called Buy Now, and it's just talking about, you know about it?
Probably heard of it.
It's new. Actually just came out. And you know what? One of the main things they talk about, I actually died. I started laughing my ass off. And then I went on quickly to see when it was released. It was released November 20th, a couple weeks ago. The guy's like, there's all these graphics, this documentary, Netflix. Like, yeah, blah blah. But there's a name for it. It's called planned obsolescence.
Oh my god.
I just was like, yo,
They should have put you in the documentary.
I was talking about this shit. Like,
They should have put a
knew
clip
this
of our
shit forever,
podcast in
bro,
there.
Whatever.
They should have put a clip of our podcast.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there.
Right. Dude, no, you gotta see it though. I just started laughing my ass off. I was like, oh, everyone's gonna think that I watched this documentary,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, hey guys, planned obsolescence. I'm like,
You're
oh,
ahead of it
everyone's gonna
before.
assume that. But luckily, I said it, and it was on record before. So thank God.
What was the
A
word
lot
you
of
mentioned?
people-
You didn't talk about that one.
Planned obsolescence.
Yeah, can you please explain that? I don't care about your title.
You've never heard that before.
No.
Worse, dude. Planned obsolescence is like the classic case of Apple. But anyways, point is, it's just consumeristic culture of like you'll feel better when you buy stuff, and that's my thoughts on that. Buy local chocolate, whether it's chocolate, whether it's fruit, vegetables, whatever. Better to support your local farmer. If you have a farm, if you're in Vancouver, probably not. But if you're in any other part of Lower Mainland or even farther out across Canada, and you have like a farm near you that sells their own like vegetables, you know, it's kind of inconvenient. I get it because you can get it all if you can get at a grocery store. But if you can support a local farmer, I think it's not a bad thing. You're helping your neighbor. You're having healthier food that's made locally next to you, and it's just, I don't know. I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
What do you think? Don't eat vegetables.
No, I'm joking. I do. No, I agree with everything you're saying.
Yeah.
Support
Respect.
local.
Cool. Thanks everyone for tuning into another episode of Limelight. We really appreciate if you would leave us a like, comment, and subscribe.
And share
We
it with
don't
your
say that
friends.
often.
And share it with your
And
friends.
share it with your friends. We're trying to. No, we're not trying to do anything, but fuck all that. But
Trying to start our own cryptocurrency, guys.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we need you guys to subscribe as soon as possible.
yes. And NFTs.
We're starting our own cryptocurrency,
NFT.
NFT, chocolate, gambling agency,
multi-level.
multi-level marketing. We're trying to do everything.
Yeah.
Limelight is gonna be the new Amazon.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks so much for tuning in. Anytime that someone subscribes, it actually means a lot to us. Every
Yeah.
time we see another subscriber, it's really exciting. We're starting to see.
And every
More
time we
people
see
come in.
comments too, we get
Yeah.
hyped. Regardless of what you're saying, we get hyped.
Yeah. Whatever you say, leave us a comment. What do you think? What do you think? And hopefully we can grow our community here. And like we said, it's me, it's Harmol, and we have another co-host named Mindy, who we're hoping that'll be back soon. Thanks again for tuning in. See you next time.